Today I'm going to show you how to make a knotted fabric headband. Best part about this project is it has very few required materials. You don't even need a sewing machine. For fabric today, I'm going to use an old pair of jeans, but you can use pretty much any fabric type. So now I'm going to cut my fabric to 21 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. I use a rotary cutter, but if you don't have one, just use scissors. Okay, while you watch me painstakingly rip these jeans apart and cut them, I just wanted to talk about the rotary cutter and mat for a second. This was one of my best investments that I made when I started sewing. They're about $30 at a local craft store, and it just makes it really easy to cut things quickly and straight if you're going to be doing a lot of sewing. It's something I would definitely consider investing in. Once you've got it cut, you're going to take that fabric and tie it around your headband, which will serve as a base. I buy these in packs of about 30 on Amazon. They're around $1 a piece. Make sure your knot is centered and that the ends of the fabric where it's got a raw edge are folded in. Then just go ahead and grab a couple little alligator clips and secure both sides so it doesn't shift around when you start hand sewing. So you can see now I'm going to just take a couple minutes to fold the fabric around the sides, make sure there's not any of the headband underneath showing near the knot. And then you're going to bring those folded edges together, which is where you're going to begin hand sewing. Now you're going to go ahead and thread your needle. I wish I had a hack for that, honestly, just practice. Go ahead and take quite a bit of thread so you've got a long piece and you don't have to tie it off and rethread your needle halfway through. And then you're just going to put the needle in one side of the fabric. I use the invisible stitch method. You could use a more traditional hand sewing stitch, but if you don't want the threads to show, go ahead and do that ladder stitch. I've got other videos of it on my channel if you want to watch it in detail, but it'll look a lot more clean as a finished product if you do it as a ladder stitch. Working with denim, of course, it's a heavier fabric, so you can see me struggling a little bit to get my hand sewing needle through it initially. You kind of just have to push it through, and then you might have to go back over it a second time to make sure that the threads will hold. And now you're just going to stitch it all the way down to the bottom. This project will probably take you 60 or 90 minutes depending how quickly you sew. So just go ahead and keep doing that ladder stitch all the way down the one side, and I'll show you how to tuck the end when we get there. All right, so we're getting close to the end. I then take my fabric and I'll trim any excess off because it makes it a lot less bulky and easier to fold. And then almost like you're wrapping a gift, just fold those remaining ends right in. I always use my scissors to help kind of shove them in there, and then same as you've been doing, just sew it right up until the edge is fully sealed. Then you'll just knot your thread. I tend to like pull it back through to hide the knot, and then you just start on the other side and do the exact same thing. If you end up making this project, let me know in the comments what kind of fabric you used, what went well, how you found it, and if there's anything I can do in my instructions to make it easier for you.